What is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the stream. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's doing great. We're gonna get after it this morning. We got a lot to get into. Go ahead and I'll give you this intro while I take a sip of my coffee before we get into it, guys. Ain't playing no games, yeah. All night we making them trades, yeah. Hold on for the life I'm saying, yeah. Hold on for the life I'm saying, yeah. What is up? So we got, man, what a big day on Friday. Fridays are always big days, guys. You know, the market usually is setting itself up for the weekend all Friday long. So we're going to get after it today. We're going to get into it. A lot of news to get to, a lot of things to get to. So let's go ahead and start off like we usually start off, guys. Pre-markets, they look a little like a little mixed bag today. Looks like the Dow is green, the S&P is red, and the Nasdaq is red. For all of our crypto folks here, concentrate on that Nasdaq. Crypto seems to roll with the Nasdaq. Why I shot you an invite if you want to come on. If you don't, that's cool too. I'll put it on Twitter, but it's up to you. But yeah, so we got the markets here, guys. You know, little mixed bag, little things that we got going on. Be careful, guys, because today the jobs report comes out, and the jobs report, it looks like, here's the thing, guys. The federal government wants jobs to be down. They want people to lose their jobs in order to get this market straight. So if this job report comes out and we've added jobs to the market, then what's going to happen is you're going to see the market go down, because the Fed right now has to. Let me add my boy Waddy to the stream, guys. What's up, Waddy? Good morning.
Good morning, Daniel. How are you?
Doing good. Welcome to the stream. One of my first guests ever, Waddy.
What is a crypto hunter, ladies and gentlemen? I know that right now I'm not showing my face, but trust me, I look ugly when I wake up.
we're just running through some of these pre-market stuff today, Waddy. And then getting into the news and stuff like that. And if you want to go ahead and add your channel to the chat, Waddy, you know, for everybody who might watch a little bit later, you know, Waddy the crypto hunter, man, he reviews tokens, gives some good insight into the crypto market, and really goes into depth on some of these things, and you guys can gain a lot of knowledge.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, that's my wife, by the way. Good morning, babe.
Good morning. I got everybody up early this morning. But,
yep.
Yeah. So, you know, go ahead and follow Waddy the crypto hunter. I mean, he goes into depth on a lot of this crypto stuff, and you know, can get you guys some knowledge, and that's what we're here for. We're all here to learn. Right,
So
Waddy?
no, that's true, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate the shout out. I was also going to say, now I'm having the same problem you are.
What's that?
If I leave the stream, I might get rugged because I'm doing it from my phone.
All right, we'll get your channel in the chat here in this, you know, before the end. We'll figure this thing out, and we'll get it in there. All right.
No worries.
Yeah, we're going over the pre-markets here, and the stock market itself looks like a mixed bag. But I was telling these guys to watch out for this jobs report that's coming out today, because the federal government, they want to see people actually lose their jobs. They want to see the job market go down in order for them guys to really curb inflation. So if the job market goes up and they have a good day, then the stock market will react negatively to that, because that means that the rate increases, they have a better chance of going 75 basis points instead of 50 basis points, which the market will react negatively to. So it's a big jobs report that comes out today. I hate to say this, but you actually want to see the job report go lower. You actually want to see the unemployment rate go higher. So it's kind of what the feds are after, and that's how they're gonna make some of their decisions on the new rate cuts that are coming. So, you know, we don't want to see anybody lose their jobs, but right now the Fed's job is to actually make you lose your job. Sounds kind of weird, right?
No, it is crazy, man, because I mean, imagine what unemployment could do in these times, pretty much.
Yeah. And you look at the right now the fear and greed index for the stock market itself. We're at fear, which we don't run away from fear. These are great buying opportunities for the stock market. When it's in fear, this is kind of when people have to go in and start looking at some good buys. So the fear and greed index actually lines up with the pre-market. So that's good. That's in line, right? Nothing
Yeah,
crazy there.
yeah,
Um,
it's funny because I learned that actually a while back, and I remember a friend of mine was telling me, "Look, man, when you see that fear and greed index, that's when you need to buy in." And I was like, "I don't know, man. I see too many sell off." And then I regretted not listening because not even like a week later, the whole market started shooting up.
And that's the thing is people got to understand, like, right now is the time to get into the stock market, because it's going down and it's so unpredictable that if you can get in and just hold on for a little while, you know when it does start to turn around, you can make some good money there. um so here's another bit of news that I was going to bring to the people today, just regarding the United States deficit. Wadi, is there was a report that came out that said the U.S. debt was at 30 trillion. We know we're all sitting at around 30 trillion, but that we spend right now about 5.6 billion a day. We go into debt. So something's
That's
got
crazy.
to give, right?
Yep, yep.
So now let's go into what we love, Wadi, the crypto market. How is the crypto market reacting this morning?
Well,
We
I
got
woke up and like usual, I check a little bit what's going on with BTC, and it looks like it's still trying to trend down.
Yeah, I got the crypto bubbles up now. Looks like a lot of red, couple greens, a lot of red. So that seems to be about right. You look at BTC right now; it's 19.9. It's up, just it's down. About 0.8% over the 24 hour. It's struggling to hang on to that 20,000 right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I noticed that since yesterday, I put in a short. Hopefully, I don't get my butt kicked again. But I went in around 20. So, yeah, like 20, yeah, like 20,001 more or less, or 10.
Yeah. Well, I hope that one plays out for you, Waddy.
Hopefully, right?
short, short in the markets. But this seems to be the trend, right? Bitcoin seems to be struggling to stay at that 20,000 mark for a week or so straight. It seems to go to 20 and bounce back down to about 19.7, 19.8, and then bounce back up to 20 and then bounce back down. You see that?
Yeah, usually if it stays on a channel, because that's what I haven't really analyzed the whole chart, but usually when it stay in a channel, that's the ranges. Like it'll go back to 20, or let's say it'll touch 21, an example, and then go back down to 18 or 19,500. And if you see that going like that for a good minute, it's just in the channel.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it trades in these channels. BTC trades in these channels, and then when it breaks out, and
Yes,
then it'll
big time.
create itself a new channel, and then it'll break out. It'll consolidate there for a long time, and then it'll break out again. So, kind of how I see BTC is a trading of how it trades, but 20,000 guys, like it's struggling right now to stay there. Uh,
Yep, yep. I
Look at
mean,
the old.
I
Go ahead,
believe
bro.
long term, it should still drop like some more big time. If you look at the macro economy and everything else, it signs that the market's still gonna drop. So I saw something that somebody was saying like October is usually a bullish month for crypto, but last time I recall, um November, October, December, and January. I think those are like the coldest months for crypto.
Historically, October has been a good month, but
Okay.
we're not in a historic. We're in historical times, but they're not good historical times. So this market is so bipolar. I don't know if we can predict. I don't know if we could go off prior trends to predict what's coming. This market's so bipolar right now with all the stuff that's going on around the market. The war, the Fed's pushing a recession. It's so hard to predict what that market looks like long term. I mean, you take a look at the overall market cap for crypto, we're sitting about 9.5 billion, right?
Yeah.
So the volume itself, looking at the chart now, the volume itself over the last 24 hours is down to about a half a billion in volume. That that's low for the crypto market, So people are fearful, right now, and it's affecting the prices. As you see, like even Ethereum, it's struggling to hang on to that 1,300 level. I mean, it's been sitting there for a couple of days, but it's a struggle throughout the day just to hold that $13,000 level. It's at 13.5 now. 1,353 dollars right now, but it's down 0.3% just over the 24 hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the market's struggling to hang on to what it has right now. But XRP's looking good at 49 cents this morning. It's down 1.32% over the 24, but it's up over the week. So it's looking good today.
Yeah, for XRP, I'm just waiting. Like we were talking on my channel last night, I'm just waiting to see a nice little breakout towards 55. Once it break over the 50 area, 51 at least, I think it should shoot up nicely. And the resistance on 55 is not even that strong. So I feel that we could shoot up even further.
Yeah, I think it's ready for its prime. It's prepping itself for a breakout here pretty soon. Um, Matic is sitting good today. It's at 84 cents. It's up about 0.449, so let's just say 0.5% over the 24-hour. And Matic has been trading in this channel of it was trading in this channel of 75 cents to 80 cents. And
Yeah,
once it broke out of that 80-cent channel, it's been on an upward trend ever since. So I have to go back and look and see historically what that 80 cent, between 80 cents and what that new channel looks like for Matic, but it's broken out of that 75-cent channel and it's up on the next channel. So it's been on a steady climb over the last couple of days, which is good. Matic's a great project.
yeah, Matic, man, it's now named Polygon, but when I met the project, the name was Matic, and I was so upset when I realized that I had that coin only at 3 cents. And because I was impatient, I sold it and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? But seeing it reach, as far as it get, was it $2 and something? The old time high.
Yeah, it was like 220, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So imagine that, man. If I would have just held on, a
man,
different story.
you'd have been living lovely right now.
Heck
Um,
yeah.
Not something we cover a lot here because I think it's a little over covered on YouTube, but we just go over the price action every morning. Terra Classic, it looks like it's down 0.59% on the 24-hour, guys. And I tell people on the stream, I'm invested in Terra Luna Classic. I have a moon bag in there, but I also remind people this highly volatile cryptocurrency, guys. So be very careful with this. You have the ability to make a lot of money, but you also have the ability to lose a lot of money investing in Terra Luna Classic. This thing is volatile. And we'll get into some news about Terra Luna Classic here in a little bit. But if you're invested in this, be careful, and only put in what you want for a moon bag. But be careful. You know,
Yeah, as far as Terra Luna Classic, my only concern, if I'm honest with you, I mean, what the Terra Rebels are doing is great, but my only concern, if it's the same news I already have, I'll wait until you say it, but if Do Kwon still have access to everything, then what makes us kind of safe that he's not gonna go and dump again
well,
or do something crazy?
and that's what I've been saying for a long time. Until we can figure out, until Doquan actually gives the keys to the car over, there's always going to be that uncertainty there. Um, that what if he does dump? What if he does get out? Then where does that leave Terra Classic? What if he gets arrested and goes to jail and doesn't have the keys, and you can't make any changes to the blockchain because he has the keys? You're in trouble. You know.
Exactly. That's one thing that, and one of the reasons why I really don't like jump on the hype train with Terra Luna Classic, because it's a very tough situation, you could say. Like you got to think it from both ends. What
And
huh?
and that's why I tell people, get yourself a little moon bag in there if you want to, but be very, 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 very careful on what you invest in there because
Exactly.
it's so volatile and there's so many things up in the air that you don't know, so it's one of them things that you put it in there and you throw, if you're going to throw a couple of dollars on it and you get lucky, take your profits and get out, because it could go bad on you really fast.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not gonna lie. From 16. went all the way to like 56. I was like, damn, I wish I
Yeah,
would have been in there.
yeah,
But
and it'll moon again. It'll come up again, but that's why I tell people, in that project, make sure you take your profits, make sure you take them quick because you just don't know, you know,
that's true. That's true.
with that project, yeah, you just don't know. Um, so let's get into some of the meme coins that we look at in the morning. Bone sitting at $1.07 right now. It took a dip last night. I think I think I've said this for a couple of days now on this morning stream. Well, the last couple of days that I was on it, I missed yesterday. Um, you know, Bone is going to be the gas for the Shibarium blockchain, so it's going to be valuable, and there's not a lot of circulating supply, which makes it even more valuable. Um, and I think the only reason that it's dipping right now is because people are getting impatient. They're getting impatient with the Shibarium blockchain not having a release date yet. So, when the Shibarium blockchain comes out, I can see Bone taking off. But right now, people are just getting a little impatient. What do you think? Why?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. You know what it is like, and people probably gonna love me or hate me after this, but we're here to say our truths or what we believe to see our truths. And, Bone is going to eventually, once Shibarium come out and they start using it, giving it utility, Bone is going to start going right back up. Now, my problem with uh the Shiba debts and everything is the fact that they have done so many changes and they want to come out with so many different things that at the end of the day, it's kind of hard for me to actually trust them fully. I mean, last night we were talking about the fact that even though I might not completely trust them, um, but I do wonder what do the big companies know that we don't know? Because the fact that they're willing to accept Shiba Inu as payment in big companies like Gucci, Lamborghini, and stuff like that kind of makes you wonder what is going on behind the scenes that we don't know. So,
Yeah,
with that being said, just wait and see. But it's obvious that they don't have a choice but to deliver because they already opened their mouth and said, well, this is going to happen. So now everybody's waiting for them to make it happen.
yeah, and I think the plan was always for Shiba Inu to release the game, which came out yesterday, which was an absolute flop, and then
Yeah, I heard.
release the Shibarium blockchain. So, they're on track for what they said they were going to do. So, I think the game was just one of them things that they just put out there for utility. But I think the Shibarium blockchain is really where they'll make up a lot of their they'll make up a lot of price action on that. Just because the Shiba Inu community itself is so big and so strong. So, like, I think a lot of people will use the blockchain just because it's Shiba Inu,
Yeah. No, but
for no other reason other than it's Shiba.
no, and not only that, like for example, the other thing that I did question, when they were talking about the metaverse game, which is another utility that if I remember correctly, is going to be for Bone, which it should have been for Shiba Inu. But then at last minute, they decided to change that. I questioned that a lot, but who knows? Now, the game, I feel like, in the beginning, they were talking about all these big companies like Triple A Studio. And I'm like, okay, so this is going to be something incredible. Then when they spoke about the Ship Eternity game, I thought, it was going to be something off the wall too, because of the big companies that they have mentioned in the past. Man, I saw a review on it. I took a look at it and I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, I think it was just one of the things they put out there, just because they said they were gonna, and then when they did, they realized that it wasn't gonna be the greatest. But speaking of games, let's go ahead and get into one of the other tokens we look at in the morning is Gala Games. Love this project. Price action right now is at 4 cents, 4-1. Um, it seems to be trading in that points that 3.9, 3 cents 9 level to that 4-1 level for weeks right now. But I'm okay with that because they're building a number of games and have a number of things going on. And I don't know, Waddy, if you're you're aware of this or not, but Gala's also releasing a blockchain and they're working on it. And the Gala token is going to be the gas for that blockchain. So right now, it's just I look at Gala as a cryptocurrency that is just a hold and wait. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Gala to me is a frozen giant. I mean, sleeping giant. And right now, funny because I haven't really been looking into it as much. Usually I look up projects and I studied in them one time and I already could kind of tell where's they heading. But this is the funny thing about Gala. What got me interested in the beginning is the fact that they don't have just one game for it. It's a whole ecosystem of games. Then they came out with Gala Music,
Mm-hmm.
which is even more interesting. Now, to put the cherry on top of that, yeah, you will say the blockchain, but that's news to me now. But Gala Films,
Yep.
they're going like all in the entertainment business, and I feel like people that don't look into Gala, or they don't really see the bigger picture, then they're gonna miss out big time. But in my opinion, and not financial advice, Gala is worth it 100%. And what you're saying with the blockchain, man, if they come out with their own blockchain and people actually also start building on top of that blockchain, even more of a reason to have Gala.
Yeah, I look at Gala as they're going to create a media hub. They're going to create a gaming hub, a music hub, a film hub, and it's all going to be ran on top of the Gala blockchain. And when that happens, man, what a great opportunity, right? I think we're gonna look back at Gala, 2 years from now and go, holy cow, I can't believe I bought that at 4 cents or 3 cents because it just exploded. I mean, when you become the gas token for a blockchain, I mean that's a lot of volume, and volume equals price, right?
Yep, yep.
So let's move into Volt Inu. I'm a big Volt fan. I think Volt is it reminds me a lot of Shiba Inu with the community and the things that the big community support and how the community's all in on Volt. And Volt, big news out of Volt this week is they got their coin market cap updated, and they're number 490 something cryptocurrency on coin market cap. So they're in the top 500 of cryptocurrencies on coin market cap, which doesn't sound great until you realize that there's over 3,000 cryptocurrencies listed on coin market cap. So Volt right now sit on the ETH side is sitting at 606136, which is down a little bit, but it seems to be rolling with the market. What's your thoughts on Volt, Wadi? Have you done any research on Volt?
I mean, haven't done much research, but if I'm honest with you, I've been seeing a coin that has been pretty stable, holding up nicely, and their NFT collection not bad at all either. You know, and like you say yourself, the community that they have is pretty strong. I mean, if you ask me, probably even stronger than the Shiba army itself.
Yeah, I'm actually invested in Volt. I'm invested on both sides. I'm invested because they're a dual coin. They're listed on ETH and BNB, and we went over the ETH price, but I'm actually equally invested on ETH and BNB. I just think that during the next bull run, that because of the community, Volt is one of these tokens that have the ability. I'm not saying they will, but they have the ability to really take off just because of the community and the fact that they just got listed on a tier one exchange not too long ago in Gate.io, and they say that they have another tier one that they're going to release, and they have the Volti chain coming up. Pretty interesting swap, Waddy. If you haven't done any research on it, you should probably look at it. The Volti change is the Volt swap, and they're going to allow cryptocurrencies to list on the Volti chain for free.
Wow, now that just blew my mind,
Yeah,
literally. All right,
and
so I definitely need to do more research on both because, it's not that I had anything bad against it. Like I said, I actually seen it sustaining itself pretty nicely. And another thing that I saw on another exchange that not too many take a look at, but MEXC, it's not a bad exchange. And I
no,
saw both get listed on there. So
and Volt's also going to burn tokens on their exchange as well. So the Volti change exchange. So, like, let's say a token gets listed on there. Volt's actually going to assist with burning that token on transactions. So it's something unique. I'm not a big swap person because I think everybody wants to come out with a swap. So if everybody has a swap, then what value is a swap, right? But I think
yeah,
Volt taking it in a whole nother direction, where there's no listing fees. They're going to burn tokens, plus they're going to burn Volt tokens as well. So it's just something different.
yeah, I agree with you.
So one of the newer meme coins that I really think is primed to have some success, and it's Koa Combat. And me and you talked about this a little bit yesterday, Waddy, off stream. Koa Combat is one of these tokens that has a lot of utility outside of the token, but brings the profits back to the token itself. They have a nutritional line that's on Shopify. They have a betting platform that just got released on Wednesday called Koa Bets. They have MMA fights that they promote and put on. And then they have a paid per view channel for their MMA fights. And they also are getting ready to release an NFT line. And they're getting ready to be in the metaverse. They're building with Lakeview Meta um, to build out participate in Lakeview Meta's metaverse. So it's one of these tokens that doesn't have a lot of holders. There's only 861 holders. The market cap's pretty low. Um, so it's one of these tokens that I look at because I think with all the businesses that they have outside of the token and how they're going to bring some of the profits back to the token and burn the token, that it has some upside, you know. Um, so I like business. I like tokens that have businesses behind them. And
Yeah.
what's your thought, Waddy?
No, obviously it's well, I heard of Call Comeback before in Twitter Spaces and stuff, but I heard more details from you yesterday, and like I told you yesterday, I mean, it's great. Literally, the fact that they're doing all these things and just continue to grow. All right, so right now they only got 800 holders. That's just the way I see it, even a bigger opportunity for people to make more money along the line. Like, for example, I couldn't stress this enough about many other projects. Any project you picked, it could be a blue chip, it could be a meme coin. You know, when you're in the beginning of a project and you have yourself a nice bag and you hold on, and then that 800 holder turn into 80 million holder. Imagine how your bag is going to be looking. Or better yet, it don't even got to go to the millions. It just, let's say 800,000 holders. And that's the thing that I tell people. And when it's a token that is actually doing what they say they're gonna do and they're proving it, like one of the things that you mentioned to me yesterday was their transparency level. That whenever they spend money, they show a ledger of what is being spent or and how it was being spent. And man, to be honest with you, it's something that I'm definitely going to invest in because I like what they're doing.
Yeah, and they have Twitter Spaces every day at 7:45 Eastern Standard Time, where the devs show up in the Twitter Spaces. So, there's a chance for you if there's ever a question in the project to ask a dev and get an answer. So that's that to me is transparency in itself on top of the ledger. And they're only at a 1.78 million market cap. So, you know, it's not hard to get to a 2 million market cap, a $2.5 million market cap. So if they reach a $2.5 million market cap, basically you doubled your investment. So and that's not hard to do. We've seen projects that have zero utility and zero function get to a $2 million market cap easy, you know.
That's true. Yeah.
So then let's roll into what I think is a great play right now, just because of the utility that they're going to be bringing out. MetaMonkey AI. MetaMonkey AI right now is sitting at 3026, no 25445, below launch price. And I mean, it's a brand new token. It's only got 1,200 holders, a 2.47, market cap somewhere in there, and right around there, 2.5 million market cap. So it's one of these projects where the devs, they're new, but they're building. They're building in a bear market, which is what you want to see. They're transparent. Augustine is always on Twitter Spaces talking about the project. They just came out with the Pure Wallet, um, which is version 1. So you can't really expect much from version 1, but they already have plans for version 2 and version 3. So I think it's one of these things where if you look at it from that perspective, you're basically investing in a startup program. What is your thoughts, Wadi?
No, I actually, and I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record because I keep repeating the same thing, but with MetaMonkey AI, what people gotta understand is, like I just said about call comeback. When you're doing what you say you're going to do, that's a big plus for me. And with MetaMonkey AI, the way I see it is they started doing everything right from the very beginning. Meaning they didn't want to launch the product until it got certified outed. It gets certified outed. They do the pre-sale, 1,000 ETH. The 1,000 ETH pre-sale went through nicely. Now here we go, and they still got the Skynet outed, which it's a 24/7 scan of the contract, which that's also expensive from what I heard. N- The next day, if I remember correctly, they got listed on CoinMarketCap. So some people they come tell you, oh no, we can't get on CoinMarketCap because of this, because of that, and then make excuses. And then on top of that, exchange listing for exchange, well, five if you count Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange, but listed on Lbank, listed on BKX, listed on Bitmart. We're waiting on Probit. So if that doesn't tell you anything, and on top of that, they just released the Pure Wallet, which is a great utility in my opinion because of the offline features.
And I would agree. And I think with MetaMonkey AI, why do you have to, people have to take the long term vision for MetaMonkey. And not, this is, there's certain plays that you get in that are very short term, and then there's certain plays that you get in that are long term, right? And I think
Yeah.
MetaMonkey AI is a long term play. I think, when they took the 8% tax off, we knew that there was going to be a sell. MetaMonkey AI prepared itself that we knew that there was going to be a sell. We knew people were going to go ahead and sell the token once that happened, and that's okay. I don't see anything wrong with that. And actually, I'm not disappointed in where the price action is right now. I think that, when you're a brand new startup company, you have to expect, people to sell off, and you have to expect for you to create a new lower floor. And I think that's kind of where we are with AI right now. We're looking for where that new floor is for the project. And the only people that can create the new floor is when the buyers and sellers agree on a price.
No, that's true, but also the fact that so many people has been burned with these projects, and they right now, regardless. Okay, so let's put two facts that could be in play. Number one, people are not sure. They're uncertain of what they're really investing in because they don't do their own research. But they see everybody talking about it and they feel like, oh, let me put my money in here because everybody's talking about it. So it's going to 5x, 10x right away. And that's when they start getting disappointed because it doesn't do the 5x, it doesn't do the 10x. And then people will be like, okay, this is trash. Let me get off. And then they start fighting the project. Um, Factor number two is the fact that we are in a bear market. Regardless of what you see or what you hear or what any other moon boy, as they call them, want to say, and oh yeah, next week Bitcoin is going to go back to 30 or 40,000. Reality is that we're in the bear market, and in my opinion, it's not going to turn around anytime soon. So that also is going to affect the price. If price goes down, whatever token is on the ETH ecosystem will go down along with it. But if you ask me honestly, Augustine, like you said earlier, Andrew, um, even Awesome Austin, they have been very transparent. They have shown that they care for the community. And as far as devs, they have shown that they care what the community gotta say, that they care what the community feedback is. If not, when they release the Pure Wallet, they wouldn't put a feedback button to help them grow and develop the wallet in a way that it can get to the place they want it to be.
Eh,
So they're promising, they are delivering. On top of that, that $1 million deal that was signed with NS Labs, and everybody got to see it thanks to us, to Awesome Austin, that he actually recorded it. So don't focus on the chart. Look at the bigger picture. This is a token with a lot of future, despite of what the chart is saying right now. And that's the thing that people gotta focus more on instead of just focusing on, hey, why didn't I get my 5x? Why didn't I get my 10x right off the back?
and I agree, and that's one of the reasons why I tell people, this is a long term play, not a short term play. So if you're gonna invest in MetaMonkey AI, it's probably best for you to do it long term and not short term. You know what I mean? And
Correct.
you know it's it's just like the stock market. You have plays that you're looking to flip real quick, and you have plays that you're looking to stay in for a short term. And I think with MetaMonkey AI, this is definitely a long term play, and it's something that if you're in it for the long term, then you'll be okay. But if you're just looking to flip a quick 5 to 10x, then you're probably in the wrong project, and you realize that really fast. And when I said the taxes were released, we expected a sell off, and now it's just a matter of the buyers and the sellers agreeing on the price of MetaMonkey AI right now, and that's okay. Like I'm not, I keep saying this. I'm not disappointed in I'm not disappointed in the price action right now. I think that it's one of these things where the market is the market's so used to pump and dumps that when you get a project that's actually going to change the way that the crypto market operates, people don't understand it. And when they do understand it, they'll be all in. So let me catch up on this chat a little bit. Say
No,
hello
go
to
ahead.
say hello to Seiko Hunt. We got Cool and Chris in the building. Um, what's up to Cool and Chris? Pretty sure that we'll be talking a little bit later on the MetaMonkey AI Twitter space. I know Cool got some questions for everybody. So what's up to Cool and Chris? Thanks for joining me this morning. We do this every morning at 7. We review the markets. We go over our meme coins and look at the news. Got my man Wadi on the live today. Uh, and
What up,
we going
Seiko Han? What up, Cool and Chris?
So with that, we went over the meme coins. We can just go ahead and roll right into some of this news today because I only try to keep people for about an hour. So uh, McDonald's in Switzerland is accepting Bitcoin and USD payments for McDonald's. So there's more mass adoption that's coming for cryptocurrencies. And as you see chains like McDonald's and other chains like that accepting not even so much Bitcoin but more USD payments. Uh, I I think mass adoption is slowly coming and slowly rolling itself out to the cryptocurrency market, and this is all positive for the overall cryptocurrency market cap. What do you think, Wadi?
I mean, we were talking about it last night, off cameras, how people don't see the bigger picture. And it's the fact that crypto or digital payments is the future, no matter which way you put it. So the fact that even McDonald's is accepting it, I remember a while back, I also heard something about Starbucks accepting payments. And I'm like, you know what? This is actually great news because the more people accept it, like even El Salvador. I don't know if you heard of it, but they accepting it as a main currency too. And when you see that type of adoption, that's when you know this is getting places. This is not a game. I think that Satoshi Vision um is actually going to play out big time.
Yeah, I think cryptocurrency and actual just not even blockchain technology itself is the wave of the future. And I think that when people start to adapt to the blockchain technology, kind of like they are now, and you hear people like innovative companies like MetaMonkey AI speak and things like that. What you begin to understand is that um, a lot of the way that money moves today will not be the way that money moves 5 years from now. And a lot of people, you're going to look at these stable coins, and this is going to be how people are actually moving money through USDT, through USDC, through city coins, through maybe even a national US dollar. So cryptocurrency and blockchain are going to change the way that people move money. And this is that's just another example with McDonald's accepting USDT, that crypto is slowly becoming massively adopted around the world. So, that's all good signs for cryptocurrency in general.
Big time, big time. I mean, I remember even when Shiba Inu came out, there was I think he was a congressman from Washington D.C. He was supporting Shiba Inu, and sooner or later, a lot more people is gonna accept it. That's why I believe regulation will come into play sooner or later, and it's just that they like I feel like the government is always, well, if I can beat them, I might as well join them.
Right. It
And right
makes money,
now, huh?
and they're gonna collect their taxes while they do it. So
Yeah, exactly. So right now, when I started crypto, there was no taxes. That was the beauty of it. And then all of a sudden they realize, 4, 3 years down the line, they're like, nah, people isn't making money. The big whales, the big companies, they were making money and nobody's paying the government tax. So that's when they figure, well, let's implement some taxes into cryptocurrency. But before, they weren't even looking at crypto. They didn't even know what was Bitcoin. Why? If you look, no offense to anybody, but if you look at the government system, majority of them, they're pretty old, man. So,
yeah. Yeah, and
yep,
they don't understand blockchain, and they don't understand how it works, and that's why they're struggling with regulation, because they don't understand it. And if they did understand it, it would be so simple for them guys to get on board and to be able to figure out how to regulate it. But what do you think about this news here, Wadi? The Terra, a Terra executive arrested by South Korea authorities in regards to the Terra Luna collapse. So what you have is basically Do Kwon's right hand man, who was picked up and arrested by South Korean authorities for his role in a Terra Luna collapse. You know, people may look at this and not think it's a big deal, but we know that Do Kwon is on the run. Call it what you want.
yes,
The kid's on the run. You can make excuses. You can say he is. You can say he's not, but he's on the run. Um, and and we talked a little bit about Terra Luna Classic earlier, and here's the thing: Do Kwon still has the keys to the Terra Luna blockchain, both
yes,
Classic and 2.0. And if they if they arrest Do Kwon, if this man starts to sing and starts to tell everybody where Do Kwon is, and they get Do Kwon, if he turns from Pete to parakeet and starts to talk, and Do Kwon gets arrested, and he still has the keys to Terra Luna Classic. What's that do to Terra Luna Classic? I mean, this is why I tell people be very careful when you deal with Terra Luna Classic, because Do Kwon still has the keys to the car. So the South Korean government is starting to really crack down on this Terra Luna Classic collapse. So what do you think about that one, Waddy?
Oh no, that's the fact that I can't stress enough, and we were talking about it earlier. Now, um, that is number one key factor right here is that Don Kwan has the keys. So if this guy got arrested and he starts singing, which most likely he will sing because nobody wants to be in jail. Nobody wants to, if they could reduce the sentence, they're gonna do whatever it takes to reduce it. Now, the question is, when Don Juan gets arrested, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen to the Terra Luna price? What's gonna happen to Luna 2.0 price? Which I honestly feel it might be dumped
Right. And
unless
that's
unless
and
there's a, go ahead.
go ahead, Waddy. No, go ahead, Waddy. I'm sorry.
No, unless there's somebody, responsible, like a vice president of the company or something that actually cares about the project and decides, you know what, Don Juan is out, but we're going to continue to make this work for the people.
Yeah,
Now,
but the one problem with that though, Waddy, is nobody knows right now how much power Do Kwon has over Luna Classic, the blockchain, and Luna 2.0, the blockchain. And can anybody go in there and make changes to the blockchain without Do Kwan's basically hitting the button? And if that's the case, that they cannot go in there and make change without Do Kwan hitting the button and he gets arrested, them blockchains could fall down.
yeah, yeah, definitely. That's why I say it got done big time. And I was also reading, I think it was, yeah, yesterday, that the South Korea authorities are demanding for him to give up the passport. And if he doesn't do that, then they're in 14 days' time, it's just gonna be automatically what you call it? Terminated in a sense, meaning that whether he gives up his passport or doesn't, in 14 days' time is no longer valid. So he won't be able to travel anywhere.
So so I'll say this and then we'll move on to the next story. If Do Kwan doesn't have anything to hide, go ahead and turn yourself in and let's move on from this. And you go ahead and fight the case,
That's
and
it.
we'll move on from this, and you can prove your innocence, right? So the fact that he hasn't done that yet makes people speculate on what's really going on.
Yep.
So getting into this Binance chain kind of hack, and I want to and I did a lot of research on this one yesterday, so I want to clarify some things that I think are out there that just are not true. The Binance exchange itself did not get hacked for $100 million of BNB yesterday. What got hacked was a Binance bridge that got
Ah,
that got hacked, and it wasn't a hacker that was trying to steal $100 million in Binance tokens itself. It was a hacker that was trying to mint $100,000 in Binance tokens. So he was trying to recreate. He was trying to create $100 million. He or she, I don't know who it is, was trying to create $100 million of Binance tokens on the bridge. CZ in the Binance team noticed this, and they called all the nodes who are running the Binance blockchain, and they said shut trading down. So the nodes themselves shut trading down, and they isolated the wallets that were trying to move this BNB to exchanges for sale, and went ahead and blacklisted the wallets so these transactions couldn't go through. So there was a lot of FUD out there about if CZ could just call and shut down the nodes, is this really decentralized? Well, yes, it's decentralized because it's ran by the nodes, and CZ did make a good thing for CZ that he has a good reputation with the nodes, that he was able to call and they were able to shut down trading, or else there would have been $100 million in BNB tokens minted, which would have driven the price of BNB down by $100 million, right?
Yeah.
So, just to clear up, it wasn't the BNB chain that was hacked. It was a bridge that was hacked. And these bridges seem to be getting hacked more and more. You just had the Harmony bridge that got hacked. Now the Binance bridge got hacked. So, these bridges, people need to be careful when they're doing business on these bridges because they're vulnerable.
Yeah,
When
no, I mean, big time, because that's why I found it weird. I mean, you saw my face yesterday. I was like, wait, Binance? Like, seriously? But no, I mean, in my opinion, he did a good thing. He stopped everything just in time because it could have been worse. And lately, I don't know if you noticed, but that seems to be the new trend. First it was Luna Classic taking a dump, then it was Celsius, then we hear about something with Voyager, and now I guess they try to do it with BNB. But BNB on the other hand, come on, that's a big fish for you to try to fight.
Yeah, you had to realize and know that at some point, CZ was going to catch on to that before you actually minted $100 million of BNB coin. I mean, that you ain't taking $100 million out of CZ's pocket without him noticing. Um,
Exactly.
so that's the news for today, guys, and we'll go ahead and take a look at the pre-markets again. Nothing's really changed. You have the Dow in green, the S&P in red, and the Nasdaq in red. So it looks like we're going to open up with a market today that's a little up in the air. 8:30. So in about 20 minutes. The job report's supposed to come out. Just as a recap, guys, the job report's supposed to come out. And, if we have a good jobs report today and we're creating jobs, expect a sell off in the market. If we come in a little bit lower than what's predicted, expect a rebound in the market. It's one of these things where we have to understand and realize that the Fed actually wants a lower job market than what they have. They will actually want people to lose their jobs. So right now, that's a good thing. So, be careful. Be careful when you're trading today because, if that jobs report comes out in 20 minutes and it's good, then you're going to see a sell off in the market, which ultimately will affect the crypto market because it all rolls downhill. So, be very careful with that, and make sure that you're trading accordingly. Pay attention. My advice is to not trade until after 8:30, until you get the jobs report and you kind of know where the market's going. Um, that's not financial advice to you. That's just my advice. So I that's just kind of how I feel about it. And you know what's coming at you already at 8:30. So if you're not preparing yourself for that and wait until after 8:30 to trade and you happen to lose money, then that's on you. You know. So what's your thought on?
No, on that one, I just feel like you yanking my ear because I put in a trade way before this.
uh, Seiko? Yeah, I'm on. I try to get on every day at 7. I try to get on every day, but yeah, I mean, it's one of these things where if you know what's coming at you, you can kind of hold off, though, right? Why do you know if you know
Yeah,
that?
definitely. Yeah, yeah. Like if I would known that actually before I would have put in the trade, then uh, I would have stood clear of the market, just like I always do. Watch and see what happens. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, 8:30. 8:30 we'll find out. That's an hour before the market's open. So usually sometimes we'll get a leak if it's really bad, but there's no leak, and that's one of these things where we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see what happens. I hope that for just the market in general standpoint that we come in a little bit lower than what's expected for a jobs report, but not too low, maybe just like a 0.5% low. And I think that'll send the markets into the green. Um, so I don't want to come in too low because that means a lot of people lost their jobs. But if we could just come in just a little bit lower than what's expected, I think you'll see a green market today.
Yeah. Even though, don't forget, guys, it is the weekend. So usually on the weekend, market has a habit of dumping on us, but let's see what the report says.
So there's two things you got to look at today, and we'll kind of start to wrap it up here a little bit. Is one, the jobs market. I mean, what the jobs report says. And two, like Wadi said, Friday afternoons, the market starts to set itself up for the weekend. So right around 2 o'clock, watch the market. If you start to see it go red, it's probably going to be red to end the day. And if it starts to go green, it'll probably stay green to end the day. But that's how they set themselves up for the weekend. Friday afternoon. So you got anything else for the people, Waddy?
No, well, thanks everyone that stopped by. Well, first of all, thank you, Daniel, for the invite. I always enjoy having a talk with you. And hey, man, just make sure that you do your own research always and just follow whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah, and what I have for you guys is watch the market today. Let's watch the jobs report. Let's watch how the market ends itself. Um, let's stay vigilant. Let's stay educated. Right now in these markets is time to really invest in for the long term, not the short term. We're in a bear market. We talk about it every morning on this channel. We'll probably be in a bear market all of 2023. So it's accumulation period. And let's accumulate and let's be millionaires later on. But let's accumulate. In order for us to do that, we have to accumulate today. Um, but be smart in how you accumulate. And with that, we'll close this thing out. And I just try to bring you guys the news every morning. Try to bring you guys crypto news, stock market news. Try to bring you guys set the trading day for you guys, and give you guys things to look at for the day. Get the morning started off right, and get it started off in a positive level. And let's let's do what we do today, and let's make some money today. And hey, let's have a great day today. And no matter what happens, and there is a MetaMonkey AI Twitter space today at 4 o'clock, hosted by Dr. Crypto at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in the project, or you want to know more about the project, or you just want to, hang out with the MetaMonkey AI community, go check that out. And ask some questions, do what you guys got to do. And we're a pretty open community, so we'll try to answer your questions the best we can. But come on in and hang out with us today. And why do you live streaming today? And if you are, what time?
Most likely I'll be streaming around. I'm not sure if I want to do it early, like around 4 or 5, depending on how my house is. But if not, for sure, I think I'm gonna do a 8 p.m. stream Eastern time.
So there you have it. If you guys want to check out Waddy, after the stream, I will put a comment in the stream with Waddy's channel in it. I don't want to do it right now because I have a tendency to disconnect myself, and I don't want to do that. So after the stream, I will link Waddy's channel in the comment section if you guys want to go give Waddy a like, a follow, and go check out his live tonight. Crypto news coming at you guys all day, and everybody have a great weekend. And I'll try to come at you guys again tomorrow Saturday, probably a little bit later in the morning, maybe 8-9, but I'll come at you guys on Saturday and Sunday, and we can get up to date on things. And with that, everybody have a great day, and I will see you guys when I see you. And right now, I'm out. All right.
Have a good one, everyone.